show your audience that death is your forte.
How about a little color, my darling?
Oh, Nito! Oh, I'm gonna need some iodine and a sterile gauze pad. The way I look at it is, this is merely science with a lack of explanation.
Spread your wings! Explore! We've got plenty of places for you to spill your blood on this set. Just take your pick. And don't forget, the more blood, the better!
Watch it! These glasses aren't just for looks, you know. Thank you, insufficiently scientifically analyzed weapon wheel. Thank you, insufficiently scientifically analyzed weapon wheel. The real question is, what scientific discoveries await us on the other side of this obstruction? Mika, it worked!
Please, make yourself right at home. Mikasa es Sukasa.
Quit stimulating my nervous system, would you? It's not the most effective of strategies, but the brief veil of
Step forward and make your wish.
Well, that's rather humorous. Evidently, this requires supplemental components to be of use. ought to give me a leg up on the competition. Did anybody hear that?
Ooh, somebody must really want me to come out and play. Careful what you ask for. I can get nasty. Real nasty, honey. We've got one little problem, though. Well, you've got one itsy-bitsy problem that I know you're just dying to fix. You see, in my spell book, she's gonna need a little something special to get her kicking. Something with some real spice, if you know what I mean. Bring me that, and I promise you, darling, we're gonna have some real good times together. See, little Willie? I do have a few tricks up my sleeve still.
The only thing you've got up your sleeve is a one-way ticket to death!
Yikes, that looked dreadful.
I prefer your blood to splatter, but shattering is just fine too. Besides, it'd thaw out eventually.
That's one less blockade preventing the further exploration of this place. Not the most effective method of defense, but those windows remaining unprotected do pose a threat, which could be partially avoided. Well, not exactly surgical steel, but this'll do, I suppose. Oh, scientific funding should always come this easy. An explosive ordnance of the handheld kind. Cool! Hey, watch it! These glasses aren't just for looks, you know.
Infinite grenades!
Continue to interrupt me, and I'll just send you to Nightfall! You'd make a lovely set dressing there. There's a blood splatter on the wall!
I do believe our grenade ordnance has been cleared for unlimited use. Do be careful, though.
Ooh, you know just how to get a gal all hot and bothered. Now you'll just give me a second so I can change into something a little more comfortable, and we can get this little show on the road.
Didn't you know your 15 minutes of fame was long gone, Elvira?
My lab coat!
Just what I was looking for! Now I'd stand back if I were you. This could get wild and messy. Unless, of course, that's
I cannot explain the science behind this device without further examination. However, I will save that analysis for another time. For now, it's packing time!
We'll never wrap production on this film if you sit in the projector room all day! Got one last shot, and it only requires you to die!
Form the cranium! A most alarming display of mutilation and dismemberment, but all in the name of science. Ouch, that smarts! The punch card? Most unusual.
Whoa, my shellbook looks like it's gone on a diet. If you can find and return those missing pages, darling, these undead losers are going to be in for the ride of their lives. Oh, you and me have plenty.
My somatic sensation now wields what you call the touch of death. Cool. Elementary, my dear Poindexter. Elementary. Ah, doggone it! Hey! Inside of death, thank you! A grand idea. You're right. Thank you. Ammo stock in reserve should now be at maximum capacity.
Looks like our lovely guests are hungry. And you're the ones on the menu!
Watch out, guys and girls. This film is a full craft of filming, really/STD examinations.
Amuse yourself while you can, my dear. You'll all be bottom feeder bait momentarily.
Fate is in your hands.
Let's see what mysteries rested in this garage. Reminds me of my first chemistry set. Ha! It took all time to grow my eyebrows back. This teleportation device will need to charge before it'll be of further use. What are the ramifications of making such colorization adjustments within this film?
Keep your mouth shut or I'll send you somewhere far, far worse, my dear.
Ammo stock in reserve should now be at maximum capacity. My lab coat! You know, idling in my pocket protector isn't exactly the greatest use of these F&F cards.
Fortune shines on those that play.
color spectrum fluctuations caused by this device are extraordinary.
Quit messing with the color! You're ruining the composition of my film!
Oh, I'm gonna need some iodine and a sterile gauze pad. Hands off, you ruffian! Oh, scientific funding should always come this easy. These should complement my firearms quite nicely.
Now that is exactly the kind of fun a gal likes to have.
That's not what I heard!
Unhand me, you scoundrel! Still might be the myocardial. Ouch! That smarts! Well, I wouldn't exactly view this as infinite, considering this has an expiration. Not that it was just an astute
Pay
observation.
no attention to the bimbo in the thrift store dress! She doesn't know what she's talking about!
Well, I wouldn't exactly deem this as infinite, considering this has an expiration. Not that I'm complaining, just an astute observation.
The most recent state of events have convinced me that 3,4-dinitroxymethylpropane is our best chance to defeat the radioactive thing.
Fortune shines on those that say.
Perhaps I should possibly reconsider my current stance on boarding the windows. You can't have my pocket protector! Quit stimulating my nervous system, would you? A most unusual chemical makeup. I wouldn't normally condone creating such a device, but at a time like this, my morals will need to temporarily check themselves at the door. I'm gonna need stitches. Note to self, the white lab coat might not have been the best choice of color, considering the task at hand. I look forward to the construction of such an astounding scientific instrument. Stimulating my nervous system, would you?
Double money.
Don't you ever shut up!
If you were looking to raise your capital, the market just got a lot friendlier. Shit! These glasses aren't just for looks, you know. Whew.
Double bang.
If you were looking to raise your capital, the market just got a lot friendlier.
You're ruining my movie! One job! Why is it so hard to do a job? Die!
Ah! Unhand me, you scoundrel!
Do please hurry up and donate your organs already, Elvira.
My somatosensation now wields what you'd call the touch of death. Cool.
Get the hell out of that projector room and get back on set.
Once this charges, the teleportation device will be able to move matter within moments. Please don't vaporize me. I think I'm gonna need stitches. I do believe the portal has reached its maximum threshold for energy consumption. The dematerialization and transport was a resounding success! Can't have my pocket protector! For a second there, I didn't know if that was gonna work!
think little Willie's girlfriend is ready for its close-ups.
And not the most effective method of defense, but those windows remaining unprotected do pose a threat, which could be partially avoided. Float like a particle, sting like an electromagnetically charged photon!
See, little Willie, I do have a few. Max ammo!
Perhaps I need to send you somewhere where no one will hear your screams.
Unless you like noxious gases and their effects, I highly recommend whatever that thing is spewing. I do believe our grenade ordinance has been cleared for unlimited use. Do be careful. Rather alarming.
Infinite grenade!
I do believe our grenade ordinance has been cleared for unlimited use. Just a little prestidigitation. Really sick on now. I can safely state this is the first time I've studied a subject from the inside. Eureka! I've done it!
Anybody want shellfish for dinner?
I'm pretty sure I'm never eating shellfish again. Ever.
Ugh, you and me both.
I am really feeling the need to get out of this place, the time period, whatever you want to call it. Maybe off to somewhere with a little more color.
Ready when you are, my friend.
Ugh! Oh, this is so nasty. Oh.
Oh, shit. If you guys thought the zombies were bad.
What is it? Some kind of big...
Shut up,
AJ!
What? What did I say?
To be continued.
Why must you continually ruin my film? It seems I'm just going to have to show you something far, far worse. Resist all you desire. Our souls!
Aw, poor little Willie. His big bad poorly made latex monster just like his brain.
Laugh it up, you brain
listen to you, pal. Besides, I think Fate's knocking is ready for his date. Oh, that's right, honey. You haven't come out of the closet yet. Sorry about that. Ammo!
Ow! I'm gonna need some more tape for my glasses! Have my pocket protector! Zombie goblin. Hey, you're ripping my last The way I look at it is, this is merely science with a lack of explanation. Windows. Pocket protector. A grant I didn't have to write. Thank you. me! I'd prefer to remain on the opposite side of death, thank you! Post-mortem examination shows a small lead in the sea-stall bodily function. Thank you, insufficiently scientifically analyzed weapon wheel. On the opposite side of death, thank you! Great Scott! I was not expecting something of this magnitude. I prefer not to become contaminated by this viral outbreak, so either I procure some munitions or I predict that I'm going to be infected by something a bit more nasty than the chickenpox. The transmission of energy in the form of particles through this device has been exponentially increased. In simpler terms, this thing should prove to be deadlier than ever. Check out the ionization of those high-energy particles! So cool!
Devour their souls.
Quit stimulating my nervous system, would you? Ionization of those high-energy particles! So cool! Seems rather high. Hey, watch it! Those high-energy particles! So cool! Quit stimulating my nervous system, would you?
Dope-induced electrocution? I like where you're going with this!
Hey, watch it! These glasses aren't just for looks, you know!
For the last time, we are not shooting behind the scenes footage, so get back on set so we can film a proper death scene. Your death scene!
prefer to remain on the opposite side of death, thank you! The ionization of those high energy particles! So cool! Ooh, well, you are a sight for sore eyes. Biologically, I appear to be amongst the living again, and that leaves little solace in the face of this still grim reality. I'm now prepared for resurrection, should I meet an early demise.
Performance was when you died. And if it wasn't for the gallons of your blood spilled everywhere, I don't think I would have even believed that.
Hands off, you ruffian! The ionization of those high-energy particles! So cool! Darn it! Further use of this doesn't appear to be possible at this time. This thing is phenomenally detailed. Now to find the component... behind these cards is? Ow! I'm gonna need some more tape for my glasses! I'd prefer to remain on the opposite side of death, thank you! Well, this appears to have met its current capacity for use. Hands off, you ruffian! This arcade still remains quite the unorthodox approach to life after death. Not that I'm complaining. The crux of the problem still remains, but at least I'm not deceased. Only in a place like this can you find life insurance in the form of a confectionery.
Auditions for the hemorrhoid commercials are next week.
functionality is C, stall activity. A most interesting location, but this is not the time for further analysis, Poindexter. Your life and freedom are beckoning.
The only convincing part of that performance was when you died. And if it wasn't for the gallons of your blood spilled everywhere, I don't think I would have even believed that. Hey, what?
See you later, alligator.
And they have the nerve to say science isn't cool. Hey, watch it! Glasses aren't just for looks, you know. Check out the ionization of those high-energy particles. So cool! Need some iodine in a sterile gauze bag. The way I look at it is, this is merely science with a laboratory. It appears I've met my proverbial maker. Though this is a divergence I had never anticipated. Thankful, but still most unusual. The science behind that arcade appears to be purely fictional, yet somehow, here I am, alive.
That's a wrap, people.
I'm now prepared for resurrection, should I meet an early demise. Hey, you're ripping my lab coat! Down the ionization of those high-energy particles! So cool! Quit stimulating my nervous system, would you? All in the name of science. Subatomic particles are the coolest. Those high-energy particles! So cool!
Oh, you're ruining my movie!
You had one job.
One job! Why is it so hard for you to just die?
Ow! I'm gonna need some more tape for my glasses.
Like a rat in a maze. Only this one is filled with things that want to suck your brains through a straw. Ah, and what a scene that would be!
Just a little plastic. Ah! Can't have my pocket protector! Thank you, insufficiently scientifically analyzed weapon wheel. don't you?
I am Willard Wyler, master of the macabre. For over 40 years, I directed the most terrifying, visceral, and bloody scenes ever committed to film. My contribution to horror is nothing short of genius. Before
Nothing like a little trip down the blood-splattered highway of memory lane. The shimmer of crimson on the pavement. The terrified screams of agony. The dreadful moments of undeath. Oh, Space Lad, you bring we're breaking into the next act. Careful in this next area.